Hi there, Selective Collective. This is Kim. I do have a reading. I have a message. It's going to be a strange one because I'm going to tie in my dream. Okay, see, my dream incorporates, as yours does, interesting things, facts that we already kind of know. And it speaks to you through these things, right? So let me tell you about my dream because it was so interesting. I was like, I've got to share this dream. All right. So I'm in this doctor's office and I'm apparently working there. And this girl comes into the office. She's got all these like different problems, but in the dream, I could see that there was like a little, I don't know how I could see it, almost like an x-ray. In my dream, I could see there was a speck or a dot that I could see in her temporal lobe. And let me explain this. Okay, so I told the doctor, because the doctor decided in the dream, the doctor was like going to treat some kind of issue. Was going to treat some kind of issue external, like on a different part of the body, but say very crude drawing. Okay, let's say this is a head. All right, this would be that parietal. The word parietal means like wall, parietal lobe, and then this would be the temporal area. So on the sides, and so I saw like a little dot right here. Okay, but what was interesting, and so really the dream, it kind of fizzles out at that point. Okay, I understood in the dream though that there was an implication or something that they're trying to tell me about the temporal lobe. So your parietal lobe, because it's close to it, I don't know why it was in the dream, but it's really important for me to talk about. Oh, I know why it was important for me to talk about it. Okay, yeah, because of how it's going to relate to today's reading. So the parietal lobe is in our brain, and it's responsible crudely for interpreting our senses and what it means. So like if your taste, your touch, you feel like it's so temperature, all that stuff, like how you're interpreting it. Okay, and so if somebody has a stroke or something or a brain injury and it affects the parietal lobe on whatever side, it's going to actually affect their ability to sense things on the other side, right? Okay, that's really important, actually, the message that of these pathways. Okay, because I'll get to the bigger point. The bigger point has to do with the parietal lobe also, as well as the temporal lobe. So then I asked myself, what would be the implication of the temporal lobe having an issue with it? And then it brought me down this big rabbit hole of thinking about what the temporal lobe does, what our brain does is it takes... because it is in this body, it helps us interpret sequences of events, time, temp, some type of sequence, some type of time to things. Okay, so if that area of the brain has any problems or issues, your sense of time can get slowed down completely, almost non-existent, or to where it just makes it, maybe it's something small, it just makes it hard to piece together events. So that's interesting. The brain is a cool organ because it's kind of like I look at the nerves and stuff. I'm not an expert on this, but I look at it as a metaphor for a root system. Like you want your base of your plant or whatever to have a really good root system. You want pathways to be always going in different directions, right? So what's interesting about that temporal lobe and the parietal lobe is that if the message was for you to definitely meditate, because Spirit is saying, look, it makes a really big difference what your brain thinks, and it is good to try to shut it off sometimes. because you're healing yourself when you do this, but you're also providing space for new pathways to be built. And they pointed out to me that I need to talk about the importance if for a healthy brain to have new experiences. You get to where you have this input of your senses. Like, I'm about to drink this particular coffee. I've always had the same coffee. My brain is already predicting what it's going to taste like. But so you could think of when you try new things. So there's the meditation to help, right? There's also the new experiences will provide a broader root network, or instead of taking the same road all the time and it just going down and down and down, then wearing out, you have many different avenues. And so I think this would equal more brain activity, keeping yourself always engaged in happy, fun things, and broadening your mind to new experiences, researching new topics, keeping it healthy. And water was showing up in the dream. Of course, we're made up mostly of water. Water is very important, so water was popping up. But and then it got a little bit different, because I started thinking, and of course I'm going to think really out there. And so I thought, I bet this is just my little theory, is that I think that time is only a construct for those people that have brains. I mean, I would even go there. And so I was thinking, you know what? It would be strange if we did get outsiders or aliens that might have different brains. Might they interpret time different than us? Because I'm almost under the belief that whenever this brain dies with it, that we get cut from that time restraint. And the interpretation constantly that there is time. We get, and we go into the real place, which is all is happening at the same time. This is like a construct. So you must the message was, well, we must work with it. Then we must work with it the best we can. And I'm even thinking, it would be pretty amazing to it's important what the brain thinks, and if the brain thinks this is going in this certain order, or this is definitely going to happen, that might be what actually happens to the body. Kind of like let's tie it with psychology. It's like a pre-dooming philosophy here of prophecy, or type of philosophy, but a prophecy where we think we know what's going to happen, we predict it, we reach for evidence, and our beautiful brain gives us evidence also of what we're wanting to see. And so I think that we could probably alter time, belief in how we interpret time through meditation. I think this could be ultimately what slows down aging, because of it being tied to belief. But you know what? I'm just throwing my my 2 cents out there. It's just for fun anyway, because I get these messages and I'm like, whoa, that's really out there. Maybe if we could figure out, we'll research that a little bit more, if our bodies interpreted time different, and that's like a control center, like a computer, responsible for all of these networks telling these things what to do inside your body, then maybe we could get it to tell it to do different things, including interpretation of time. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, so that was my ramble. Number 5, Between Worlds, New Directions. I saw a game on the channel last night. It was Washington and the Lions. I'm not a football person, but I pay attention to the numbers. I pay attention to the numbers, okay? And I saw 5 and 16 stand out to me on Washington's side, and they ended up winning. The guy that really scored a lot for them was number 5. Yeah. So, that's interesting. 16 being tower energy 2, destruction, and 4 who knows? Anything's possible whenever you dismantle things that didn't need to be standing anymore. So I have number 5, Between Worlds, New Directions. Number 15, Eternal Union, New Love is Forming. 23 says, Lead the way and light your own path. Lead your way and light your own path. Stag spirit on there. Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's pull some more cards. Let's go to Dreams of Gaia. Let's see. What else? Sweet Turtle. So you're between worlds. There's an eternal union. A new love is forming. Interesting. New love is forming. I'm a mixture of, I'm kind of cold and I've had too much coffee this morning, and already I can tell. I've had too many cups too quick, but that's all right. My brain will interpret it and make my heart race appropriately. I'm not concerned. Okay. The youth. Well, we have a journey. When I see this card, I just immediately think journey. And you have a familiar with you. You have something helping you. You have a victory. You're probably still healing something. We all are, all the time. So when I say that, I'm like, oh, of course you are. 6 of Wands. Something is going to be, wow. That wanted to come out very strong, like, so we definitely talk about it. Oh, and the 6 of Cups on the bottom. Some of you all really have a very strong connection coming in. I saw a subscriber had an appropriate comment about they don't really like the term twin flame. I don't blame you, because terms, no matter the validity of it or not, get tossed around so much. So many different interpretations, so many the possibility of being a false, and it's just like, nah, yeah, just don't even, I really don't resonate with that very well either. But I do resonate with soul ties and soul mates very well. I'm not going to ignore that some people do have an extraordinarily spiritual bond, and I think it's tied to purpose. So I don't know what you would want to call that, but it does to me in my mind go in a different category for these couples, whoever they are. But let me say that okay, that breaks down to a 6, right? And then we have 6, 6 here. 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands says big time victory in a connection coming together for you. If I can keep my mind on track. It is about a victory coming where you will be recognized, appreciated, honestly, loved for exactly who you are, how you are. The stranger, the better, honestly. Like, I just feel like I'm tapping into unique people, and I really like that. Now, we see this color that's blending in here from Between Worlds on the top of these mountains, right? Because this is what's to be explored, as well as a beautiful night sky that's going to have a different view every time you look up at it. It's just something really beautiful, telling me that there's a journey ahead. You have support. You have a familiar by your side. You have it looks like a little scroll of information. So it's like you're taking with you what you know, and you're starting as a beginner, because that's the fun in life too, is knowing that there's more learning all the time. We never really reach a stage where I'm right, I'm always right. No, well, actually, you reach a stage where you realize, no, you're not always right, and that's what makes you smart, is when you realize that. It makes you, to me, emotionally very smart, too. Some intellectual people have a problem with some. Maybe it's I shouldn't just categorize it like that. No. There's some people that, we call it ego. I don't know what it is, where we would fail to think that there's anything else we could possibly learn. when there always is. Maybe it's because of an exhausting journey up to that point for some, possibly. But this is a new journey, and this one looks like it has a promise of a lot of fun here. I see shooting stars in this card too. And then so this is a soul connection. It could be a new one, whatever it is. It's like I mean, look how loving and sweet that is. You may be going through some type of breakup, or you had gone through past relationships that were not that great, that were less than inspiring, and so this is like coming to change your perception on love, and that might be this journey, possibly, because love comes in all forms. Someone is very leading the way for others when it comes to your finances and what you do for work, or your skills, your craft, your ability. You're working on it. This is working towards abundance, and it could be that you are doing very well, or it's a sign that you're about to lead the way and start doing a lot better financially. So, and also it's usually a sign for me that you will feel a lot more comfortable with however your everyday life is going to look. It will be something that you're proud of, something that you feel good about. So if that's a new journey for you too, with you being in the lead or doing something off, maybe on your own, I'm kind of picking up a vibe of that also, then that's for you. Okay, so let's pull from the Oracle of Genetic Gifts and see what's going on in that spiritual sense. Yeah, and I got the message that meditation would be, I mean, this might be a super simple message, you know, but that since we do have this temporal lobe, that and we're always receiving also in the other areas different like information and stimuli, you know what I mean? We're always getting stimuli. I don't care if you have the TV off or whatever, you're getting stimulated if your eyes are open by something. And so closing your eyes, maybe it helps for me to use binaural beats because it kind of like induces a certain brainwave state. So I really like that. I research what do I want to feel like, and then I pick out that hertz. Okay. And yes, they do give you different types of meditations and different feelings during them. So you're being stimulated by certain, maybe a drowning out frequency. That's how I look at meditation, is that I'm drowning out everything else around me. I'm drowning it out, and I always like when I close my eyes, I'm like, okay, I'm here in this place. And so when we're disconnecting from constantly being reminded that there's time, then we're tapping into different dimensions where the reality of some energies that are already there, we know them as passed on loved ones, we know them as our angels, our guides. We're tapping into that reality of eternity, of past, present, future. There's absolutely no limit to what you can access in that place, but it's real important to turn off all the other features in your body. And getting to that point is not the easiest, but like I said, I sped mine up with binaural beats. I sped it up immensely. So anyway. So what do you want to tell them about Spirit when it comes to their genetic gifts and their ascension at this time? Master number 11. Ascension number 11. It says Paranirvana plane, access light-based technologies. So they're wanting you to possibly research that. Light-based technologies, the same way I use binaural beats with the sound frequency. They're talking about light frequencies. Okay, so research it. All right, empath, extremely sensitive person, feels another's emotions. Feels another's emotions. Empath. Somebody's it looks like somebody's work or something like that is tied to a Facebook platform. And there's something here that says you could employ spiritual services or put more posts up about spirituality. Of course, it's going to be talking about that. So, your ancestral line, older than Earth, where it's just a message that where you are from is older than this place is. Yeah, okay. So what do you say about that? You know, I don't know. Life path number 5, the free spirit ruling planet Mercury. Ruling planet Mercury. Telepathy. Telepathy. Thought reading. Extrasensory perception. Could we be create with meditation? Could we be gosh, can I talk? That's the coffee. That is because I've had too much coffee. But the telepathy be interesting because that's perception. That's sensing and getting input and in a different way, right? And it's could meditation help? Could whatever brain activity you do, not just meditation, think, like I said, new experiences, new foods, new places to visit, anything that offsets the routine. But I'm going to say it's important to add an element of fun and excitement because it like really will stick with you. But new pathways could lead to new abilities. That's possible, right? I don't think we're in the realm of anything. In neurology, we don't know. It's like the ocean. We really don't know what's down in there. And we're really not sure if we even have it right. But, yeah. So could you be opening up extra ways to sense things? Possibly, especially if you set an intention for that. Maybe you could ask Spirit how to open up more ways of interpreting sensory information, and maybe they can help you. Life path number 2, the partner ruling planet, the moon. So that is the partner card. It's coming out and it's really pointing to this. Eternal union, new love is forming, and there is a victory. So for some of y'all, that's just a big message. And the partnership, in any kind of partnership, a partner here that's I feel like tied to some type of work now. It's just what I feel. Talk, radio platform, spiritual affairs. Oh, and that would be your third eye. That looks like a third eye here with the telepathy. And this would be about your third eye being wide open. Otherwise, you can know it as like the pineal gland area, right? So that area, it says it's fully activated. Activation number 7. Open you up to the astral plane. No, you don't have to be out of body to experience that stuff. You can experience the astral plane here with your third eye. And the way that you interpret a vision from your third eye is going to be different than every other single person. Nobody's going to be the same. So I urge you not to feel like it has to look or appear a certain way for you. If you feel like it's coming from the third eye, it is. And then trust yourself. Okay. Master number 33, the master teacher, ruling planet Neptune. Neptune. There's some confusion, but there's usually like a ascended master miracle feel here too. Heck, you can definitely access your Akashic records to find maybe so, because it looks like it's connecting it with more freedom. Or Akashic records where you did have neural pathways already open to certain gifts or abilities that maybe you want to access. Okay, so that might be something too. And then I have life path number 1, the pioneer, the sun. Leading, oh look, I put it right here. I didn't do that on purpose, but lead the way. pioneering, lead the way, right? We have 1, 5, 11, 2, 7, and 33. Author about your spiritual experiences is on the bottom. Starseed, beautiful, empathetic, psychic healer, knows purpose, and youth director. Spiritual support, blah, showing by example, volunteering. 55 and 10 on the angel number. I'm going to wrap it up with this. Guys, I'm going to be working on private readings and the Capricorn videos today. Thank you so much for supporting me. Literally in all the beautiful ways you do through the comments, your support for my weird oddness and my creativity. Like, I'm so happy to share artwork, for example, with you. I'm so happy to do that. It made my heart sing when I painted things and drew things. So it's a pleasure to be able to share things and actually get feedback. I appreciate you so much for that. That's a lot of where my heart lies, is in artwork, and then these personal readings. I like the personal readings to be able to give you specific messages, only if you feel drawn to needing them. You might not. You're a perfectly good guide for yourself. You all are. Sometimes, though, we can get in a point where we're like, I just really want to know something. And so if that's you, then yeah, you can reach out to me. Another 2. Okay, so you have a great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive, unbiased nature allows you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. And 66, your guardian your guardian angel, maybe a teacher too, is helping you manifest basically through unconditional love. All right. And it says, I am positive. 66. I keep wanting to do more. I don't know why. Oh, maybe for this one in specific. I bet it was for that one. All right. So 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. And then I am a pioneer. I am a pioneer. So when we get those big confirmations for you here, I think 19 says independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and work, and you aren't afraid to take the big risks to achieve the life you desire. I am a pioneer. 55, master number 55 says, and actually 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, but we also have, I just now noticed this. We have 11, we have 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Wow. That's so super cool to me. I like that. All right. Substantial changes in your future. Embrace the change and need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. I'm evolving. Master number 44, your angels are encouraging you to continue with your present life path with diligence and determination. Even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. Yeah, your angel's really wanting you to know you are supported at this time. Need to step into that. Maybe that's what that's saying. A 3 in the reverse might be this new journey that you're about to go on, one of divine creation, where in some way your empathic abilities are helping you sense more and lead the way, and definitely infiltrating your new partnerships coming in, as well as your new work endeavors too. So that's what I have for you, Selective Collective. I hope you enjoy that message. I'm sending you love and light. Bye-bye.